what we are experiencing in this world, the truth of it, is so much stranger than any fiction story than you could ever imagine. It's not even imaginable in many cases. The divinity that we are and what we truly are is so much broader, so much more significant. And we have limited ourselves to be in this experience so that we can experience all of these things, so that we can live and feel the experiences that people would feel, and then learn eventually to recognize and remember who we are as we come towards the end of our periods, of whether it's our repetition cycle or what's called a period in this 1/x number. Mm-hmm. It's always a repeating cycle. And once we finally recognize it, then it's like waking up, and it's the stage of the hero's journey. We're all on a hero's journey.
Like Matthew McConaughey and that meme.
Exactly right. And so the hero's journey, that's why every story that we experience in the movies or whatever are always following, even video games and everything, always follow the hero's journey. Yeah. So Joseph Campbell's hero's journey. And all he did was take all these different cultural stories and then amalgamated them all and then said, wait, this is the same theme that every story has. Like literally every story. I think there's some exceptions to that in Asia, especially because in Asia, I lived in Japan, I lived in Korea, all their stories have tragic endings, right? They're all tragic endings. But American and Western stories always have this sort of hero's journey ending, which are like really, really, oh, okay, everything works out and you have freedom to live. Freedom to live. So this transition goes from samsara, this cycle of repetition, until the moment you realize that you're living this repetition. And then you start doing things differently. And as you start doing things differently, you now enter into, okay, I can play in this game. It's like lucid dreaming. It's transitioning the lucid dream. Have you ever had lucid dreaming before? Yeah. And I remember the first time I did it, I was like in the water. I was like swimming. Right? I was diving somewhere, but I was at the surface. And I realized I was in a dream, and I was like, wait, I'm dreaming. So that means I can do anything in this place. So then I decided, okay, I'm going to fly. So I actually lifted my body, just, with my thought and intention, out of the water. All my friends were still in the water, and I'm like over them going, hey, guys. And I knew the whole time I was dreaming, and I got to fly all around and do all this. We'll take that exact experience and now apply it to living in the material world. When you realize that you've been in the dream that is this world, you can now play in it, and what Buddhists refer to this as is lila. Lila is the experience of being able to play in the illusion and live out the aspects of your hero's journey that are associated with that new stage of dimensional perception. And that is a big shift, because then you start realizing that you were the creator all along. And maybe even decisions, like I used to think, oh, I'm successful because I work hard. Maybe I was just successful because that's the path I chose. And let's not be arrogant to believe that we could understand why everyone would choose the particular path they chose. One man's trash, one woman's trash is another's treasure. And, if we're playing in a game, I would tell you at the beginning of the game or at the end of the game, I'm like, oh yeah, this next time I want to have an epic death, or I want to have like a experience where I'm going to get chased by the sheriff of Nottingham, or I'm going to end up, jumping off of a building and, I die that way. If you knew that death wasn't real, would you change the things you do in this life? And that's really what Lila is.